speaking of sports, I golfed for the first time yesterday,
Yeah, I wanted to ask you how that was.
and it went really well.
Yeah? How was the course? Because
Good.
the course you golf at is known to be very bad at the beginning of the season.
No, so in defense of the course, the last year I found it to be really bad.
Okay.
At the start.
I found last year, though, every time I played with you, it seemed like the course was always wet.
Yeah, I don't.
And it's because they are in like...
They're in a valley, but their drainage is different. So anyway, the course that I played at, the reason I was frustrated with it last spring was because obviously last spring was COVID, but the courses were getting ready all through April and May.
Right.
And I don't think the first year, I could go back and check, but I don't think I played until like whenever the courses opened up. I think it was the middle of May. That was the first one. And then when I got to the course, it was kind of like they hadn't been doing anything for the last month, and the weather was decent where they could have been working on it. And it was kind of like, what the fuck? But then in a month later, it's fucking, they got it.
Fine.
Because I find that course isn't for being a public course, and it's a higher end public course. I find it to be in really good shape.
Oh, always.
Yeah, always in good shape. The greens roll true all the time.
There's
Bunkers,
only,
whatever.
I think there's only been not even a handful, like maybe one or two times where, it could just be like, it's that year where they need to do work on the greens or whatever. They need to aerate them, whatever it is.
Yeah. And it's
the greens aren't spectacular, but for the most part, like, fuck, man. Last year we put on, I think 3 of the greens, and that, like, they were like glass.
Mm-hmm. They're notoriously
you literally
tough greens.
couldn't fucking touch the ball, or else it's going off the green.
Yeah, and they don't put the pins in easy spots. Like it's a tricky, it's a tough track.
Yeah, it's a fun course.
Yeah, it's
easy
really
to
good.
walk too.
Yeah, I love that course. So last spring was like really frustrating, but I find that they keep it in good shape. And so yesterday, I thought it was in like for the time of year, golfing in April, like that's pretty rare.
Yeah, it's early.
Like we had our first tee off book last week, but it got snowed out. But you could have been golfing early April some places, but every course is different. I think that course wants to hold it back a bit because they are a higher end, we'll say.
Yeah.
They hold it back a bit, I guess, to protect their greens and fairways and stuff. But for what it was, like, I mean, everything kind of has like a brownish tinge because the grass hasn't fully greened up and all that stuff yet.
You literally snow just left 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but it's for April, brand new start of the season. I'd say it's about as good as they could probably have it.
So how'd you golf?
I golfed really well.
Did you? What'd you shoot?
I shot a 48
It's not bad.
with an 8.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So you were on track for what,
I was on track for like a 44, 45.
Nice.
And that 8 was a fucking 5 putt.
Oh, is your putting?
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. So I didn't hit a bad drive all fucking day.
That's a good
Didn't
day.
hit a bad iron shot. My swing felt really fucking good. Like I would be frustrated with a 48 if we're talking about this in a month. Like a 48 on a 9 is frustrating for me because I think I should be shooting like low to mid 40s max.
Yeah.
That's where I sort of feel like my skill level's at. I'm not a scratch golfer by any means.
We're like the same.
Yeah.
If we're shooting what, you'd say 90 to 95?
Yeah, that's sort of where our caps would put us.
Or even high 80s on a good day.
Like if you can break 90 the odd time, you're doing well.
Yeah.
And that like puts you in anywhere between like a 16 to 20 handicap.
Yeah.
Depending on the course.
Yeah, that's where we fall.
Yeah, that's where we're at. And that's just for those listening. That's not like, yeah, it's close enough, pick it up. Like I play every putt goes down. Yeah. I play every fucking penalty. So my handicap is true. There's a lot of people and I know yours is the same. I'm just talking for people out there. I play with a true one. There's a lot of people that I play with that'll be like, "What's your handicap?" And they'll have the same as me, and I'll beat them by 10 strokes.
Yeah.
But
but you make them play true that day,
or I don't play for money with them.
Oh, you can't
because they're doing foot wedges out. They're giving themselves favorable drops.
Yeah.
They're not counting whatever.
Fluff it up.
That's fine, but we're just not playing for money.
Yeah, if you want to play like that, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, there's lots.
I'm not playing in the Masters, but I'm not playing for money against you.
I play with people all the time where we want to go out, we'll have some beers, play some thing. We're just not going to play for money because I know you're not going to play proper. Like you're going to pick up your ball, which is cool. I don't care.
Yeah,
there's no sweat off my nose. So anyway, that's where we fall golf wise. So if it's June or end of May and I'm shooting a 48, I'd be frustrated. But just how I hit the ball yesterday, because where I lost my strokes was around the green, which is to be expected at the start of the year. So anyone who doesn't know anything about golf, the way I explained it to Antonia last night when I got home is, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong about this, but when you're teeing off, when you're hitting your irons, that's your swing, right? That shouldn't really change. So if that's going well, it's going well. But when you're around the greens, it's touch. It's not.
Yeah, it's all touch.
It's all touch. It's touch. It's feel. It's putting. It's chipping. It's all that stuff. So that at the start of the year, I find at least, is always, because it's a feel thing, that takes a couple rounds to get back into it.
Couple rounds, or even just like a day at the range.
And believe it or not, I had a 5-putt and I didn't putt bad.
Yeah.
So like I was really happy with how the round went. Like I murdered the ball, hit everything well, everything clean. Maybe like 1 or 2 bad iron shots, and by bad I mean like I fucking didn't account for a fucking draw. So I missed the green, but I still got up and down. Like I played well.
Yeah.
And I fucked around. So that fucking 5-putt I had, I hit an amazing drive. It was on the 5th hole. You know, the hole with the water, par 4, straight away.
Oh, kind of dogleg right?
Dogleg right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
the pond's like,
it's a tricky hole.
Second shot. Usually the pin, you have to hit over the water to get the green.
Generally, yeah. Pretty much no matter where you're at.
Yeah. And I fucking hate that hole.
I love it. It's hard as fuck.
It psychs me out all the time. Every time I stand there going to hit my second shot, I think of Chris.
Yeah.
Because his ball always finds the water. I'm like, fuck. Just don't go in the water.
Yeah. And usually on that course, the wind's always blowing and stuff. So anyway, on that hole, I murdered my drive. I hit a good shot in, and it looked like it was all over the pin, and then it was slightly long. So there's a bunker right at the front of the green.
Yeah.
So I was just in the back bunker, just behind the green. And right there, you've only got like a 10-yard window to land a shot. I hit a great out.
Nice.
I was putting par.
Nice.
And I got an 8.
Ah.
And I was putting par from 12 feet.
Jesus.
So I hit my par putt. I'm probably 3 feet. I burned the edge. I'm like, oh, fuck. And then coming back, missed. Going back up, missed. And then tapped it in for 8. I'm like, wow, that was bad. It was really fucking bad. But that goes to show you why you never pick up a ball within 3 feet. Because you can do that easily.
Like, again, if
the pros miss them.
If you're just playing just to like get out there and just have a little fun, do whatever
you want.
Yeah, do whatever you want. Again, if you're playing with a buddy, there's no money on the line. Whatever. Pick it up. Let's keep moving. Or if it's a busy day on the course, whatever. Pick it up. That's good.
Yeah.
Move on. But
you and I will do that too on occasion if we're not like if we're drinking whatever. Like I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, like
I'm not putting this on my fucking handicap calculator.
No, neither am I. We're just out here. We're hungover as shit from the night before. And
getting drunk again after the first beer.
Sure. Yeah. So
yeah.
But no, that's good that the course is in good shape.
Course is in good shape.
I'm grabbing my clubs this weekend, so I should be there next week if you got a spot.
I've heard this game before.
Shut up. Shut up. I stood outside today, or I think yesterday, and I'm like, man, I just kind of wish my golf clubs were here, just so I could, in the backyard, just swing the club, get a little feel.
Yeah.
Like,
that was another thing. I hadn't swung a club yet this year.
Yeah. So I was going to say, you just got like, literally, that's your first time.
That was the first
out swinging a club.
First time swinging club, putting, whatever.
And me and you are, I get, maybe not in the last couple of years, but are notoriously bad for our driving.
Mm-hmm.
Like our drives can get, that can be a game ruiner right there.
Which is most people.
Yeah, but I think in the last couple of years, our driving is almost kind of one of the better parts.
It's getting better.
Yeah.
Maybe in 30 years it'll be consistent.
No, probably not, because then we'll have back problems. We'll have to do a swing change.
We'll have technology in other countries that we can hope to have in this country.
Chris is going to have a robotic back and
hopefully
be driving the ball 800 yards.
855 fucking yards.